What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all are having a great day. Thank you for clicking on the video. So as you may know, we just got the Rubicon done. The snorkel is installed. I'm super happy with the way that everything turned out, but I still haven't got to test it out yet. And the reason why is because I want to protect the factory plastics. Originally, I was gonna buy a completely different set of plastics. I really wanted that matte green. It's called the Lichen Green, but it was gonna cost like $1,200 for a full set of plastics. It would have been sick, but I just can't justify that, man. I'm too cheap. So instead of getting another set of plastics, we're just gonna try our best to protect the factory ones. And I think I have a really good option. Let's show you what we got. So after I figured out how expensive plastics were, I started looking at other options. And before I get to what we have today, I originally wanted to wrap the thing. I wanted to do a pattern, but it was gonna be really hard to do, especially with the red. I wasn't a fan of the red at first. This thing sticks out like a sore thumb. You're gonna be able to see me from miles away, and I don't like that, man. I like to be stealth. I like to get in, get out, and keep things low-key on the trails, but ultimately I decided to keep the red. Don't get me wrong, I love Honda red, but it just made sense at the end of the day to keep the factory plastics. So today we're gonna be trying our best to protect that, and I went ahead and picked up this 3M Scotchguard clear paint protectant film. It's just a clear vinyl, but from what I've seen, this stuff applies super easy, and this is gonna be my first time doing something like this, and you might be looking at this saying like, how are you gonna wrap the entire thing? I'm not. I just plan on wrapping the high wear areas, the outer fenders, the inside of the tank where your boots rub, the stuff that sees the most abuse. I'm not gonna wrap the entire thing, it's not necessary. So this roll right here is 12 by 60, and I think it'll go a long way if we're smart. So some other things you're gonna need, I went ahead and picked up this squeegee, and it is felt lined, so you're not gonna scratch that up. Once again, I'm not really concerned. It's a four-wheeler, not a Lamborghini, so I think we'll be all right either way. I have two sprayers, the pink one, nice and classy. This is gonna have our isopropyl alcohol mixture in there, and that's what we're gonna clean up the plastics with first to make sure all the chemicals and stuff I use to wash it are off there, and it'll give us a good surface for this stuff to bond to. And here we got a little bit of dish soap and water. This is what I'm gonna be using on the film itself, because this is a wet applicator. A lot of people use like Johnson's baby shampoo. Once again, it's a four-wheeler. I'm not worried about it. I've seen a lot of people use dish soap as well, so that's what we're gonna do. Enough talking, let's head over to the Rubicon and start planning things out. So this area on the fenders seems to take the most abuse, so I'm gonna focus on this. We only got 60 inches total. Any more than that is just a waste of money to me. So I think what we're gonna do is just cut a piece to fit this right here. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this right down the middle here, and we'll use one half for this side and the other half for the other. So all you professional vinyl wrappers out there are probably gonna cringe quite a bit, but don't worry about it. It's a four-wheeler. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try. First things first, we're gonna prep the surface with the isopropyl water mixture. Now we have our dish soap and water mixture. We're gonna go ahead and spray this on. Use a liberal amount. You want this stuff to be wet, but not stick. Put some on your hands too before you handle the vinyl. Go ahead and set this down. You just gotta get it where you want it. So now you just want to start squeegeeing the water out. You need to start at one corner really, and just start getting that water out of there. This stuff is pretty forgiving from what I've read for the most part, and that is definitely good for me being a beginner. So far, so good. Definitely gonna have to make some relief cuts along this curve. I wasn't sure how good it would stretch, but I'm gonna keep working it and see what I can do. Well, after about an hour or so, the first fender is done. Definitely a learning experience. I had to make a few relief cuts. I just could not get the bend in the front and the back there, so I had to cut it. It's pretty much impossible to show you on camera, but there you can kind of see the line, and it just goes along the bottom side of this fender. A little sloppy up in the front, but it's a four-wheeler. Once again, I'm not concerned. This is my first time ever doing it, so overall, I'm pretty happy, and it's gonna do the job just fine of protecting this fender. Moving on to side number 2, let's do it. So like I just did there, you just want to start with one section and get that nice and firm, get all the bubbles out, and then you can kind of start stretching from there. This stuff is pretty forgiving, like I said. It's probably easier to make the relief cuts beforehand, but since I'm a beginner, I don't really know where to make the cuts, so I'm kind of doing it on the fly, and I think it's working out okay. Would you look at that? Super happy with the way that this side turned out. It looks like glass. You can't even see it, but I made a relief cut there and then one on the back there. But man, I'd say this gives it even a little bit more gloss than the factory color. You can kind of see from here into that. I am curious to see how this holds up to all the abuse of trail riding. Only time will tell if this was worth it. Like I said, I wasn't going to spend a whole lot of money, so we're not going to do the entire thing. The front fenders, especially along the side here, and these get torn up really easy. So I think I'm going to cut a piece for here, do the same on the other side, and then along here where your boot goes. That should use up the rest of that material, and we're going to get to start riding this thing finally. So I'm excited. Let's finish this thing up. Got Diesel chilling in the back. What's up, buddy? You ready for some Ruby rides? Thanks for helping out. I think I'm going to try to do this one a little bit different. This curve is just going to be super hard. It's like I'm almost better off to do this in a couple pieces. So I ended up cutting a relief cut right on this corner here, and it actually draped it almost perfect. So definitely, once again, man, a huge learning experience, but I think I'm doing all right for my first time.
What's up, Tillis?
Hi, buddy.
What's going on? Daniel blew out his rear main seal on the trail, so we had to do a quick little repair. Yeah, with my tongue.
Well, you guys, once again, it is a new day and we finished up the Rubicon last night. The wrap is done. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. Definitely a lot of little imperfections, but like I said a million times, whoa, what's up guys? It's an ATV, what the hell, you know? I'm not gonna be picky about it. But overall, I'm happy with it. Just got the main sections that see a lot of abuse. Curious to see how it'll look over time. I know this is a UV protectant too, so when it comes time to take this off, I wonder if the color will be different, but that's what the Amsoil Mudslinger is for. I think I'm the most happy with these side pieces right here. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. You can see where the line is. I don't care. These were really hard to do. I would do them in multiple pieces next time. I just tried to maximize the material that I had. But like I said, guys, it's a freaking four-wheeler. It's going to get scratched up. It's going to get messed up. But I did want to try at least to protect these factory plastics because this thing is just fresh, man. It's like a brand new unit. But that is going to go ahead and wrap up the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I highly recommend you try this for yourself. So there'll be a link down in the description below to the product. I'll definitely be doing some updates in the future and showing you how it holds up over time. Regardless, it's a really cheap way to protect your plastics. Even if it doesn't last forever, you can just do it again. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you're new, and until the next video, we'll see you then.